Here we go. Chessophilus versus Grandmonster in round 3 of the $200 Deathmatch tournament with blind pick on. Let's see what God's think. It's a Tor Mirror! What? Oh my goodness. Grandmonster switching to 4. He's always going Odin. But for some reason, today, he is playing 4, which is a slightly better version of Odin with some more versatility, especially with the Bragi pick. Anyways, on the other side, we got another 4 player, Chessophilus. Very interesting to see him play Norse in this tournament. Is he gonna keep that up throughout, or is he just concealing his high-level strats for the later games? It might be that, or he might be taking it seriously with Norse. We got the Tower of Cestus, Eye of Ornlu, Girdle of Hippolyta, great relics by the way, and Harmonia's necklace, fantastic. We're seeing a Sim City on the far town center actually, and a side build on both sides from Chessophilus, whereas Grandmonster is focusing on the main Sim City over here. Oh, we got completely different god picks. Look at that. Is that a troll? No, Grandmonster has actually gone for Freya, and Chessophilus has picked. Oh my god, I know what he's doing. He's picked. He's gonna go Tyr, isn't he? Where's the second temple? Oh no, he's gonna go without that? I think he's going for Super Ulfsarks, hell yes. That is so exciting to see. These Ulfsarks have extremely good stats. He's gone for Bragi, for Seti, Bragi, and Tyr. Whereas Grandmonster has gone for the much more standard Freya, Skadi, and Balder. So this just shows the versatility of this matchup. You can go any god. But I would say definitely that by default, I think Freya is the superior choice. Although if you are going to make wolves, the healing spring is extremely useful. He's perfect build order from Chessophilus here. Not a complete wall off in the back, but I don't think he's going to need it anyways. So this could be actually one of the staple build orders in the game right now when you play as Norse. Grandmonster's gotten an extremely fast second town center before 2 minute 10. He's focusing on the other one a bit more slowly though. So Chessophilus is gonna have a 3 versus 2 town center advantage. Ooh, actually the Frost Giant hasn't been taken on by anything here. And he's gonna flood in with all these Ulfsarks. Forest Fire is gonna be available in a moment, so he's gonna burn this down. He's gonna damage the town center and at least the 2 towers next to it. He's gonna punch through this frontal hill fort, but the Ulfsarks of Chessophilus are significantly more powerful and should be able to knock this back. But the Chessophilus towers will not be in as high a number as Chessophilus was wanted to be. And there we go with the Forest Fire, fantastic usage. Meanwhile, on the other side, we got a huge side build coming up with 3 hill forts, 3 towers, ballista, and the Ulfsarks from the back town center. Are we gonna see farms? Yes, we're gonna see farms. So no one's going full dwarves, which is also a staple of this matchup, but it's not a requirement, of course. You can do it, and it's interesting, but you don't have to. Chessophilus currently has a lot more resources. Is that because Grandmonster is queuing? Yes, he is queuing. So it's not the kill count just yet. It's pretty close actually on that front. We're gonna see a side build here. Ooh, these Ulfsarks, if they get through without being detected. Of course, Chesso should have seen this, but is he gonna see it? So bear in mind, Chessophilus is currently one of the best deathmatch players to touch the game. So, that's for all time, by the way. So Grandmonster's chances going into this, I think, are going to be lower the longer this game goes. But he's had an excellent early game. It's just a matter of, is he going to be able to secure his third or deny Chesso's third? Because if Chesso gets his third town center up and Grandmonster doesn't and is under siege, that is awful. You don't want to be that guy in that position. Frost is available, so you could freeze this entire shebang and punch through with flaming weapons. We got a lot of wolves here right now. Chessophilus went up to 7 wolves and he's trying to siege us down, but there are Hersiers. There is one of them frozen to the Frost Giant, so he has to retreat. 6 are currently escaped. There's a 7th one available if he decides to turn around at some point. But this should help a lot here, taking out the ballistas in like 2 bites. Actually 3, but it's only 7 of them or 6 of them. Uh-oh, he will need to focus. Actually, the ballista cannot hit the Ulfsarks because they are moving very, very fast. But this tower spam should be sufficient here. All the ballistas will need to do is right-click on this TC. Chesso is up to 3 town centers now. And that is a very, very scary moment. He needs to save the flaming weapons, probably to go along with Fimbulwinter. If he can do that, there is no freezing that army. It's actually a genius pick. Very weirdly, we haven't seen any fire giants. The Yars are also tearing these wolves a new one. Oh, here we go with the combo! That was so quick. Grandmonster had no chance to react to that, and the Fimbulwinter wolves are currently ravaging his economy. He has to garrison everything. And even Chessophilus is getting helped at the unfinished town center, which doesn't always happen, by the way. He's going to be able to punch through the front. Grandmonster is down to 114 pop, and all he has left over will be a frost to try to somehow reclaim this area. Is he going to be able to do that, though? There's 4 ballista here again, and a lot of fortifications, and the wolf is helping here to kill the fire giants. The Ulfsarks are on flaming weapons right now. This is terrifying, man. Are you kidding me? Chesso has a side build here? He's fond about everything. Grandmonster can't go anywhere. He can't get his 30C. He can't get trade. What can he do? He's not even got a lot of villagers. So he can't even do a Ragnarok. I don't know about fighting the Yars with the wolves. He should definitely run them around to the other side. He's got enough for it. He's got 7 here. So he should pop up here and probably try to take out the towers or something like that. Maybe even jump into the economy. That would be cool. But fighting the myth units and the Yars on the front, I don't like that. Okay, here we go with the Huskarl. Is he gonna produce a lot and try to raid maybe? Gonna see a dwarven mine somewhere. Grandmonster made it right here. The Huskarl in the main fight. That's a bit weird, but they got decent stats. They're gonna withstand a bunch of hits. Of course, the Ulfsarks don't have that much more stats either, so it doesn't really matter which one it is. I would have liked to see a bunch of Yars, but they're not getting the Thundering Hoof stack this time around, so they're not as good as that of those of Grandmonster. I think Chessophilus is just controlling this game way too well for Grandmonster to really retaliate at any point. This army is decent, but once we see Jarls and throwing Axemen out of Chessophilus, it's going to be troublesome. He's also been able to very nicely maintain a high wolf count, so if he manages to group them up and go raiding again, that could go a super long way. Walling off the trade now. Great move. And his economy is really nice. Like, if at some point he has to worry about Ragnarok, he can just convert... Chessophilus can just convert some villagers into Ulfsarks. It's kind of crazy how strong that can be when you play as tier. This market needs to be deleted, as just a few of these ox caravans are still heading this way, but most of them are going on the correct route, and they're carrying 121 gold, so it's got a huge economy right here. Grandmonster is way smaller, and it's getting harassed. He had to delete both of the markets right now. And yeah, he's just not really able to get anything down here. Chesso is walling off even. bit of a quiet time. But, I mean, Chessophilus is getting ahead every second that passes, so this is great for him. He's not in a rush to go anywhere. His philosophy right now is if you're ahead, get further ahead, and there's no better way to do it than to wall off the map and deny every piece of map control that you possibly can. It's double elimination falling. Fox is still able to play in the losers bracket and get back. He's not out of the tournament. So I hope he is he's gonna play his games and not just leave or something like that. Did he tell you that he won't play? That would be very, very disappointing. Because he certainly has more than a small chance to get back and at least end up in the top 4. So he's got a good chance to win some money anyway. Top 4 do get money. Oh, we got 9 wolves. And it looks like 10 wolves. And if Chesso is going for that, he can do a ton of that. Oh, 11 wolves. I would avoid this and just go for the eco. I think he's thinking along the same lines there. Oh my god, it's 12 now. That's devastating. If he gets onto this economy, Grandmonster might be forced to use Ragnarok, which is probably gonna be a game-ending move. Ragnarok is gonna be completely all in if he triggers it now. Yeah, he has to. So all that Chesso needs to do is to trade away the wolves against the main army, build some throwing axemen, and just stop making wolves, I guess, from there. Can try to do it again. Now, Grandmonster should be able to reclaim this town center relatively easily. There's a lot of ballista here, way too many actually. But the Ragnarok heroes make CCs really quickly, so definitely should use that to his advantage. He's already killed a lot of the main army off, and Grandmonster is currently completely pop blocked by the huge hero army that he has. So great job there by Chesso to take out so many units. A lot of the throwing axemen were killed, basically. Yes, you need some Kairos in the Atlantean War matchup, or more Fire Siphons. Or a lot of towers and Fire Siphons and infantry. I agree with Hagrid. But that's a nice little push, and I'm sure that all of this will go down. Meanwhile, this. Look at Chesso! Look at that wolf micro, it's so good! He's just letting all these heroes run around, and meanwhile he's getting major health damage on his town center, forcing all of these heroes to come back. Genius. Grandmonster's trying to wall this off, so that could be great. But of course, Chesso, nothing stops him from making a market here. He's running around some more with the wolves. He's gonna find the ox cart, so that will also have to be remade at some point. And while the side build is pretty much dead, it's slowing down Grandmonster even some more, and he's currently falling below the pop limit. So he'll be able to start remaking his eco, but currently he has no income, basically. So once this drains, he's in a lot of trouble, actually. The wolves are still alive. Great job with them. Yeah, he's killed the ox cart, so Grandmonster will have to make one. He noticed, at least. What do you guys think? Delete the ox carts before Ragnarok or not? I like to do it. What about you guys? The losers finals and the The winners finals and the grand finals will all be tomorrow. Oh my god. We got a ram plus wolf raid. That could be huge. Although there's 2 heroes here still, I think Chesso is going to be able to take them on with just the wolves. The fire giants are a different story though. So he needs to be careful here. Yeah, he's microing a lot of population against just 4. So he needs to be careful there. Maybe just suicide into the TC and that might be the play. I'm not sure if it will go down though, I don't think so. Yeah, he doesn't have enough. And meanwhile this side is getting kind of ravaged. So Grandmonster has an opportunity here. Chessophilus has a lot of gold though, so he can easily remake this. Needs to delete the market for sure. And remake it here. That would be the safe play. A lot of Ozarks are coming in now and the wolves are still alive. I'm surprised he's never used Healing Spring. That would have been useful earlier. Frost Giant being annoying there. Ooh, a lot of caravans are going down. But I don't think Chessophilus minds too much. He's got enough gold. Wood, on the other hand, he's also got enough of. Maybe he could just convert these into Ulfsarks or something. Ooh, we got the Frost. Catches all the wolves and actually most of this army, so that's good. Grandmonster has finished the wall. And we're still not seeing a deletion of this market. Have all the caravans been killed? Yes. Chessophilus has no caravans. He's made a new market though. Let's see how long the gold lasts. What? Chesso has killed this with 4 Huskars and 1 wolf? Oh my goodness. Oh no, Grandmonster is gonna be kicking himself. He's got a really nice build onto the main of Chesso. But it should be no problem to make a bunch of Jarls here. Rams will also have to be made, but Grandmonster is pretty much broke, so he has to be careful. And meanwhile, of course, Chessophilus can just base trade and go after these houses. There's not too many wolves left over though. He's got 7, I guess, all over the map. Yeah, we're looking at a complete and total base trade. What a crazy match, this one. Yeah, they are tier Huskars, so it's just funny that only 4 of them did that when Grandmonster had an army here. Either way, great job by Chessophilus. He's gonna get this TC before he loses his main, I think. Maybe not. You know what, maybe not. I think this will go down before that. So that's nice. It's nice for Grandmonster, because Chesso isn't gonna get a sudden 180 population bump. But still, he's losing houses as well. And Chesso is still a town center ahead, so this is a losing game thus far for Grandmonster. The trade is also intact here. Actually, Grandmonster has a small trade as well. But the wolves are in it, so that's terrifying. Even though it's only 4 of them. It could probably be more if Chesso micros these wolves correctly. Fire Giants are taking out the houses together with the Rams. That's really nice to see, actually. And right now the population of Chesso is going to be lower than that of Grandmonster, but Grandmonster is so broke, he might not be able to keep this up. What an absolute crazy game. Next up, he'll probably steal the relics or something. Ooh, Huskars are being made from the fortress here. Just is trying to defend with Hersiers and throwing Axemen, which, you know, going into the middle of the army like this, that's gonna be bad. That's a bad rally, but I think he's got enough here to defend in the end. And he's back to 160 pops, so once all this army focuses on the main area of Grandmonster, he might go back down to a single town center. The wolves have done a few kills, Now they're going to be taken out by the last Ragnarok hero there. Either way, he's got more where that came from, and more production will certainly occur at some point. What's this one doing here? That's funny. Uh-oh, Chesso might be losing his back town center here. And I don't think he has got enough to convert into Ulfsarks. It's actually a big problem for him. There's a ram coming, so this is almost certainly dead. But then again, Grandmonster is looking like he's gonna lose his own main. Nice pick off there. This is Wetlands. It's a deathmatch specific map. It's kind of like Tundra pools, but there's no pools. Yeah, no Tundra, yeah. Okay, Chesso is starting to rebuild here. And there's really nothing here to threaten him anymore. Grandmonster is pulling him back to try to take this area from Chessophilus. We'll see how that goes. There's a lot of defenders here. And once this comes back, of course, the farming will commence again. Currently, they have to go all this way to drop to the Ox Guard. Ooh, the ballista getting picked off there is definitely painful for Grandmonster. You can barely afford anything. He's very, very slowly regaining his economy. His trade is okay. Like, he's got enough gold to go, and he's had enough wood for a long time. Chessophilus, however, back to Freetown Center, and if he can rebuild this, then he's got 4. Which is really, really scary. Fire Giant Ballista, however, is ready to go, and there's only 7 wolves. He needs like 10 to take that on. As well as some raiding cav maybe. Not going to be able to repair the town center, but is it going to be enough for him to rebuild this? Again, he's got a lot of idols here still. Chesso moving them now. If he can get the town center up before this dies, that's huge, but I think he's not going to be able to. Oh, he's actually going to counterattack instead. Denying the economy is okay with losing the town center, so he's going to actually catch all of his trade. It looks like he wants to. That's fine for him. It's fine for him to be on 3 TC. Although right now he's on 2 and he's gonna lose houses, so he has to rebuild a lot of stuff. But as long as he can... Oh no, don't kill the market, man. Okay, now he's going after the trade, and that's probably the end of Grandmonster, as he's got nothing here to defend it. All of these will definitely die, as long as Chesso micros somewhat. He just needs to shift click them. Oh, he's not. Okay. He's gonna take out the market though, so it's almost just as bad. Ooh, all of these ballista are really exposed, and all the melee units are getting on top of them. The fire giants are not too much of a risk by themselves, as there's Jarl and as Herseers right here. Very nice ram raid though, denying that town center one more time, so keeping the population relatively even. But the wolves and the army together are crushing Grandmonster's army, and now they can go after this lonesome TC over here. Ooh, if he's not paying attention to that, that's gonna be devastating. The wolves are killing a lot of vills. And Grandmonster has no economy to spare. That's gonna be game. Chessophilus takes game 1 in this series. Chessophilus actually making the switch to Zeus for game 2 of the series. Here in the blue right now, and on the other side in the red we got Grandmonster playing 4. Forward TCs slightly favoring Grandmonster, but it should be no problem for Zeus. Chessophilus is not asking for a save, and we're gonna see Athena here with glitching with the villagers, I guess. Gonna make a nice SimCity, and a fast 2-town center build order is what we're gonna be seeing here for both players. That's pretty meta, to be fair. Did Chesso not make Odysseus? Oh. That is unusual. Especially with Grandmonster's Freya pick, he's gonna be able to harass the villagers with the Valkyries a lot. Hagrid versus JM should be happening on stream, so please don't play it just yet. Gonna see some Chesso towers. I think he might not make all of them. Again, with such a good wall off, we don't really need the Chesso towers. Ooh, we're gonna be seeing the Tear God path. Very nice. Very, very nice to see. Looks like Grandmonster has done some research on this matchup. Did he go Skadi? He must have, right? I don't see the... Okay, he did go Skadi. Could have checked the Oathsarks, to be fair. But I don't think these have gotten a lot of kills. Like normally the Valkyries will get like 2 kills or something, but only one of the villagers is dead thus far. And the Hoplites are already coming in here harassing the hill fort. Of course, Grandmonster has gotten a sick TC timing again just after 2 minutes, so very nicely done there. And he's going to be able to flood the front now. But this hill fort should be going down by all accounts. And Chessophilus just needs to commit a few of his hoplites to that, whereas the Hippus Pist can flood the third town center area of Grandmonster very easily. But I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going for the main directly. It's going to be difficult for Chesso to push out, man. We should be seeing a forest fire, and you know what? This town center might be actually too slow because of the towers. So those 2 villagers would have added a lot of value right there. And it's possible that Grandmonster will be able to punch through this barracks quickly enough to deny this. He's paying attention. We're going to see a ghost build by Chessophilus, but is it going to be enough? It looks like the Oathsarks are punching through. Is the town center going to go up? That is an essential part of Chessophilus' plan. And oh my god, the Oathsarks get on top after all. The ghost build wasn't complete. And these will cause a complete reset. But meanwhile, the Hoplites are ravaging the main base of Grandmonster as well. And the Chessophilus towers, together with the Minotaur and a bunch of Myrmidons, will be able to hold this. Most of the villagers have been garrisoned, so it shouldn't be too bad. He's lost no villagers thus far. So he should be able to get this back on. The front area has been crushed as most of the Oathsarks have come here. And that should just mean that a lot of kills have happened in Chessophilus' favor here. But is that gonna really be how it goes? Only one single hill fort is currently done, and wolves are being made. Even though no Bragi upgrade helps them, that rune upgrade in particular gives them like an extra speed. You cannot forgo that. So a lot of military academies. So Thor in this matchup usually wants to make Frost Giants to lock down the Colossus and the Helepolis. If that's not the case, Greek can do a lot of damage, and going Wolves is not very effective as Bellerophon is more or less able to keep up with them. So you want your main midfielder to be definitely Frost Giants, and I think this might be the downfall of Grandmonster in this game, even though that Oathsark attack has been actually really good and allowed him to gain back some map in this area. Of course the Wolves are going to be nice against just a few infantry units, but once Bellerophon comes in and the other heroes get focused as well, Chessophilus even made Heracles, which is not that common to see in the early phases of DM. But he's made the extra fortress, so it's all good. He's preparing for a big underworld with double Helepolis production, and probably gonna start up Colossus production in a second once he can. Very nice garrisons, and yeah, he's got the TC. The Wolves are gonna do absolutely nothing. On the other side, though, the kills are pretty even, and Chesso is flooding a bit inefficiently. Like, this is not gonna do a lot. He wants to definitely stop doing that. Oh my god, that's very, very powerful tower build there. And we should be seeing a big underworld coming soon. Infantry units can of course help. He started Colossus production too. Frost will be available to counter it, and so is Fimbulwinter. It's pretty brutal when you get all of your underworld units frozen and also have to suffer against Fimbul. But if Chessophilus is smart, he's only gonna send through a portion, not everything. And he should also be able to garrison. Oh, Fimbulwinter without Frost! Oh, he's also tried to do the garrison trick, but it's not necessary. As all he needs to do is not let out any of the villagers against these Fimbulwinter wolves, and then it should be all good. One town center already down. Chessophilus maintains his lead into this game. And while this might finish up, it doesn't mean too much. Like, Chesso is fine to play this 2v2 town center all game long. And now this will need to be frozen over here. As long as Chessophilus spreads out reasonably and Frost can't catch all... Oh, okay. That's not gonna happen, but anyway, it's not too devastating. Chesso is up a town center. It's gonna be equalized in a second, but it's better than being down a town center by a lot. He's also gonna be able to fortify this underworld a lot. Make some military academies and maybe even archery ranges. And once this defrosts, I don't know if Grandmonster has enough to deal with it. He's finally realized he needs to make frost giants. That's gonna help, but most of his army is still Ulfsark. That's bad. That's really bad. Especially with this god path, you only get the Berserker gang upgrade, and everything else is not there, so they're pretty weak right now. Myrmidons are gonna tear them a new one. Ooh, 5 Greek towers to fight. That is rough. And the Colossus tanking. So yeah, we're just gonna see the Colossus going for the main TC. Probably some of the Helepolis will fall here. Probably all of them actually. And the Colossus will be the unstoppable ones. As 2 heroes are focusing down the Frost Giant right now. Actually, Heracles stopped doing so. Okay, is he gonna be able to freeze 2 of the Colossus? That could be enough to save this town center. But there is another Colossus coming. Okay, maybe there's enough Frost Giants to outlast this. But Chessophilus' underworld is still going. And he's full pop. He's got eco. He just needs to get this small corner over here, or even this one. Both are fine to get. It's gonna take Grandmonster forever to punch through this. 3 Frost Giants now versus 5 Colossus. But the Hoplites are joining in, and they're gonna nuke down the TC. Houses are being killed by Colossus as well. This is gonna get more and more hard for Grandmonster to manage, and meanwhile Chessophilus is trying to steal this town center while a lot of army comes through. So they should be able to fight off the throwing axemen somewhat at least. But all these Colossus are gonna die, so Chessophilus is gonna start struggling with gold. Needs to stop making Colossus. Or switch them to the front. Ooh, is he gonna go after the villagers? That would be huge as well. Yeah, the archers are currently focusing down the ox cart. That is their only drop-off that they have, as there's no TC nearby. So it will take a long time for this TC to remake a drop-off for them. Grandmonster will probably just have to evacuate these guys, but he's got a lot of resources. That's the only thing that's going for him right now. Not gonna be able to stop this town center, I don't think. There's a Heracles here and some Myrmidons. Oh, the Ballista is a good touch. Maybe Bellerophon can take it out though. If Chesso macros nicely, he should be able to do that. Okay, that's a lot of units actually going after the settlement, so they should be able to take that out and slow it down. Bellerophon will also die. Is that enough Greek military to take this on? Ooh, Chessophilus has killed 2 houses here. So So Grandmonster is currently on 110 pop. That's definitely not where he wants to be. Of course, the Zeus pick is absolutely brutal for Norse players to handle. It's just a somewhat imbalanced matchup. I would say it's like 65-35 or something like that. If we're generous, then it's 70-40. $70-40? 70-30. I just realized. By the way, a little tip for you Greek players. You can set rally points on Underworlds. So you pop through your units and they'll go to the rally point automatically. These ballista are gonna chip down these towers one at a time. See you again in 5 hours. Now, ballista are pretty good, but this is going to still take a long time, especially with the units coming out of here to defend it. Then we got this main group of hoplites as well. Going after the ballistas right now. There's really not much here to defend them, and the Colossus are also going to tie down the Frost Giants. Which technically should be the other way around if this was a more even game, but Chessophilus was just so far ahead that Grandmonster is forced to resign. And yeah, Chessophilus moves on in the winner's bracket, guys. Very nice to see. Great game.